Okay, name of my book is called Rise. Rise, dedicated to Bernard Bowen by DJ Daryl Jones. Basketball is a sport that a lot of people enjoy. It catches people's attention from all over the world, like this kid named Bernard Bowen. Bernard is a 6-year-old boy that lives in the Bronx, New York City. He loves the game of basketball, whether it's playing it or watching it. He's short with brown skin and a mohawk hairstyle. Since Bernard was 1 year old, he has been running around the house playing basketball with his hoop that his parents bought him. He has even gone to real live basketball games with his parents since an early age, so his experience with basketball grew faster than Chris Paul's dribble. As Bernard has gotten older, watching and playing basketball inspires him a lot. Seeing NBA players dunk the ball, throw alley-oops, crossover, making other players fall, and making game-winning shots caught his attention. He wants to be the player those things he saw other players doing. As he gets older, he is able to tell his parents he wants to be on the basketball team. The team Bernard is interested in is his father's team. They know he is too young and isn't anywhere near ready to be on the team, but his father doesn't want to tell him that. He figures he'll let him try out just to show Bernard better than he would tell him. As practice is going on, it is obvious Bernard is nowhere near on the same level as the kids on the team. He is worse than Shaquille O'Neal trying to make a free throw. He isn't old enough to get on the basketball team anyway, so his parents tell him to wait a little longer, and while he waits, they want him to practice. Bernard is not happy about that response from his parents. He is madder than the Miami Heat when they lost to Dallas in the championship round. He also doesn't want to practice at all. In the meantime, all Bernard has been doing is watching cartoons, playing video games, or watching videos on the computer. His father comes up to him and says, "Hey Bernard, do you want to go to the gym and practice with me?" Bernard always denies him and says, "No." In his mind, he feels like he doesn't need to practice. He thinks he is good enough to get on the basketball team, and practicing is never his concern. A million times more, Bernard's father comes and asks him, "Bernard, do you want to go to the gym and practice with me?" Bernard continues to deny, saying, "No." Little does Bernard know, not practicing is only making his basketball skills much worse. Him just laying around all day isn't helping anything. 2 years go past, and Bernard is now 6 years old. He is old enough to join the basketball team. His father brings him to tryouts again, and Bernard does really bad. Worse than Rajon Rondo trying to make a three-pointer. He is missing shots, getting turnovers. He even misses an open layup. What Bernard does in practice has his father real surprised. All Bernard had to do was practice, and things would have been way better. But all he did was watch TV, play video games, and watch videos on the computer. Not practicing really messes him up. From what happened at practice, Bernard is very upset. He doesn't want to play basketball anymore. He is always walking around upset, not wanting to do anything that relates to basketball, and that catches his parents' attention quick. His parents are doing their best to get Bernard back on the basketball track. But because they know he has a big passion for basketball, and they hate to see him throw his basketball passion down the drain at an early age. Then eventually, Bernard thinks to himself, I wonder if that would have happened if I would have practiced like my parents wanted me to. He asks his uncle to show him some videos on what happened to some NBA players when they don't practice. His uncle shows him a documentary on one of his favorite NBA players, Kevin Durant. Mainly what Kevin Durant is talking about is how not practicing made him stay on the level of basketball he was on and didn't get him noticed in the NBA. In order for Durant to get noticed and better, he had to practice more. Every day, he was in the gym, working on shots, working on his defense with other players. And as time went by, his skills increased a lot. Before Durant knew it, he was the top leading scorer in the NBA. He became the face of Nike. The sneaker Nike created for him became one of the best sneakers out, and he led his team to the championship, but lost. Even though he lost, the practice in the gym gave him and his team the skill to make it to the championship round. That documentary gives Bernard a serious change of hearts, and it really makes him want to get on the basketball team even more. As soon as it finished, he tells his uncle with a huge smile on his face, DJ, let's go practice. Ask my dad to take us to the gym. Ever since that documentary, Bernard practices every chance he gets. In his room, at the gym, with his father, and even runs around the house dribbling the basketball. He tells himself, I'm getting on that team every time he practices. Bernard has been practicing for almost a year, and his skills have gotten better really fast. Tryouts for his father's basketball team are happening again, and Bernard is ready. He comes with big energy. The whole way to practice, he is saying to his father, Dad, are we there yet? He is watching basketball highlights on the iPad in the car. The energy from Bernard is just unbelievable. As soon as practice starts, Bernard is outstanding. He is getting a lot of steals. Cookies! Making most of his shots. Swish! Playing good defense. And he is showing really good teamwork with his teammates. Once practice is over, Bernard gets the news from his father that he made the team. And he tells his father, Dad, I'm glad I practiced. The end.